Alright, so if you're watching this video, you didn't do well on the quiz the other day. So, our first one is we want to solve 3x plus 2y equals 7 and x minus 4y equals negative 21 by using substitution. Honestly, if you could solve it without using substitution, that was fine. We're going to show you how to do this using substitution. So, we have to solve one of these for one of our variables. I'm going to pick this equation because the coefficient of x here is 1. So I have x minus 4y equals negative 21. I'm going to add 4y to both sides so I can solve this for x. We get x equals 4y minus 21. I'm now going to take this right here. I'm going to put it in for x right there. Only x. So I'm going to rewrite this, but instead of x, I'm going to put this. So that means we have 3 in for x. We're putting 4y minus 21 plus 2y equals 7. Alright, now we're going to solve for y. So we distribute, gives me 12y minus 63 plus 2y equals 7. Combine our y's, so 12 plus 2 is 14y minus 63 equals 7. Add 63, we get 14y equals 70, divide by 14, and y in this case is equal to, and we're going to find out what that is, so 70 divided by 14 gives you 5. So that means y is equal to 5. So when I look at my answer choices, negative 1, not good, 7 halves, not good, 5 keep it, 5 keep it. So it's either C or D. Alright, so now we're going to take this 5, we're putting in for y right here. So x minus 4 times 5 equals negative 21. So that's x minus 20, 4 times 5 is 20, equals negative 21. Add 20 to both sides, and when we do that we get x equals negative 21 plus 20 is negative 1. So we have an x of negative 1, so our answer is C, not D. Alright, so the next two are using elimination. So we have a 2, a 1, and a 2. I like having that 1 right there. So I'm going to multiply this equation by 2. So that I have my when I multiply here, I'll get positive 2, and I'll have negative 2. So 2 times 2 is 4x. 2 times 1 is our 2y, and 2 times 2 is 4. Now we add. So 3 plus 4 is 7. That's our 0. Negative 11 plus 4 is negative 7. Divide by 7, and you get x is equal to negative 1. So I'm going to look. So negative 1 good, 9 no, positive 1 no, negative 3 no. The only answer I can have is A. If I wanted to continue, I would just substitute here. So we would have 2 times negative 1 plus y equals 2. That would give me negative 2 plus y equals 2. And I could add my 2 to both sides to get that y is equal to 4. And I would get that answer. But if you have answer choices, use them to your advantage. Alright, so this one's a little more difficult. But I see the minus and I see the plus. So 5 and 3, I want to make them both 15. So we're going to multiply this by 3. I'm going to multiply this one by 5. So 3 times 3 is 9x. 3 times a negative 5 is a negative 15y. Equals 3 times 14, which is 42. Then 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 3 is also 15. So now we're going to add. So 9 plus 10 is 19x. That's our 0. Equals 42 plus 15, which is 57. Now we're going to divide by 19. So we have 57 divided by 19 gives me 3. So x is equal to 3. So when I look at my answer choices, 3, 0, no, 6, no, 8, no. So again, my answer has to be A. Alright, this one wasn't multiple choice. I expected you to be able to do this one at least in the calculator. This graph really wasn't going to work too well, but that's okay. So we have to solve this for y. So we have 3x plus y equals negative 4. Subtract 3x from both sides. Gives me y equals negative 3x minus 4. So there's one equation. Now I want to take the other one. X minus 2y equals negative 6. Subtract x. Gives me negative 2y equals negative 1x minus 6. Divide by negative 2. And y is equal to negative over negative is a positive half. Negative 6 divided by negative 2 is a positive 3. Now we're going to put these into the calculator. So we're going to come over to our graph, and our first one is negative 3x minus 4. Alright, so there's our first one. So then we're putting our second one. So control divide 1 over 2 x plus 3. There's our second one. So we see our solution right there. It looks like, if you eyeball it, looks like negative 2, positive 2. We're going to find out for sure. So this is when we do menu. We want 6, analyze. We want 4, intersection. We press enter here, and then we're going to move that vertical line to the other side. Hit enter again, and it gives me my intersection as an ordered pair. Which I'm moving to make it easier, and it is negative 2, positive 2. So the answer to this one was negative 2, positive 2. Alright, so last problem. Alright, so we got this one right here. So it says, which of the graphs below illustrates the solution to the following inequalities? So we have to solve each of these for y first. So we'll start over here. So x plus y is less than or equal to 10. Subtract x. And we get y is less than or equal to negative x plus 10. Alright, so there's one inequality we're going to put in. So 2x plus y is greater than or equal to 10. Subtract 2x. And we get y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 10. So there's our next one, and then we're going to take this one. So x minus y is less than or equal to 2. Subtract x. We get negative y is less than or equal to negative x plus 2. Now here becomes the issue. That is a 1, so we want to divide by negative 1. So remember there's a 1 here as well. So we have y, negative 1 and negative 1 create a positive 1 or just x. Negative 2 and negative 1 make a negative 2. And remember we have to flip that symbol now because we divided by a negative number. So we get that. Alright, so we're going to put those in. So we're going to clear what we currently have. Tab, delete. Alright, so tab. So our first one is less than, so delete. We want number 1 less than or equal to. Then we have negative x plus 10. Alright, so we delete again. We have greater than now, so that's number 5. and we have negative 2x plus 10. And then our last one, we again have greater than, so that's 5. And this is just x minus 2. Alright, so I'm looking at this, looking at my answer choices, and none of them actually look like that. And the reason for that are the scales. So if we zoom this in again, up here is 18. Over here is negative 18. That's positive 18. And down here is 12. So we need to change these scales to be able to see what we want to see. There are certain things that you could look for, like the overlapping of all three areas. The darkest spot is here in the middle, which not there, not there, not there, yes here. So A looks like it would be the best answer, but we could also change our scales. If we do menu and we go to 4 window, we want to change the window settings. So the X is going out to negative 18 on that side. On this side it's going out to positive 18. And then for the Y, it looks like it's going down to negative 12 and then up to positive 18. So when I change that, now I get a much better view and it looks a little bit more like what we had. So the answer to this one is A, which we were able to figure out because of this shading right here. Alright, so once you finish doing this and making your corrections, you can take the requiz. Hopefully this helps.